Kerry Vance backstage at the SiriusXM Music Lounge here in Miami with Ferry Corsten. How are you, Ferry?
Very good, man. Very good. Yourself?
You said your voice is a little hoarse?
Yeah, very much. I mean, I just had a long flight from Australia, and I think I got a bit of a cold, and I'm talking a lot over here, so my voice is nice and husky.
So what's the key to staying healthy while crisscrossing the world?
I try to, when I get somewhere, I try to just look for the gym, do some running, get hydrated, keep hydrated, I guess. Yeah, that's really the most important thing, because flying all the time really just takes its toll, really.
Now here in Miami this week, are you doing a bunch of gigs?
Yeah, just at the Icon on Tuesday with Full On. We had a great party with Marcus Schultz and Elan Bluestone and Nifra, myself. Yesterday, Marcus and I did Newell Punks at the SLS pool party, which was really fun. Today I'm here, and I'm actually not here for the rest of the week. I'm flying tomorrow morning to do Beyond SoCal with Goriella, my project that I just sort of like blew live back into. So first live show tomorrow over there.
Now, what are you working on music-wise? A new single?
Well, I just released, I've been working on an EP series last year. And EP3, it was like an EP series of 3 episodes. The last one came out in December. And the last single of that is with Ethan Thompson, Hearts Beating Faster, which is sort of like doing the rounds right now. And of course, I've been working on new material for the Goriella show as well as a new single for that. And I've got a whole other new project in the works right now, but that's for later in the year.
A radio show-wise, podcast, still doing?
Corsten's Countdown, still going strong. It's going well. Yeah.
Now we're here in Miami. There's so many young, up-and-coming producer DJs trying to make it in the business. What's one piece of advice you would give to an aspiring artist?
I would really love to stick with what I say all the time. It's like, and more so now, stick to your originality. Be yourself, be unique. There's no point in making another hit that is already there and copy it completely, because that hit is already there. Your record will never be as big as. So, try to be unique. Hey, trial and error. You go flat on your face. Don't worry about it. Next time better.
Now, I just sat down with Marcus Schultz, who you are partners with in New World Punks, and I asked him, what's the key to longevity and success? What's been your key?
My key is sort of like changing enough to keep things interesting for myself. At the same time, not to alienate your true fans that have been following you for so long. At the same time, also like, shock them a bit sometimes. I'm a trance guy, yes, but I swayed left to right within that genre. I think there's a lot of room in every genre to maneuver. It could be more poppy, it could be more electro, it could be more this or that. But at the same time, it's still sort of like the red line throughout all the years that I've been doing this has been the big melodic stuff. And I think so. If you end up doing the same thing over and over and over again, it's like standing still for me, and I get really bored. So I always, go left and right to just keep it interesting for myself, and therefore maybe just surprise people again.
Now, is there a big difference when you're on stage by yourself as opposed to in tandem as a duo?
Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, you can say like, well, when you're by yourself, you don't have to think about what the other one wants. You can really build your set the way you really like it. That's one, that's true. On the other hand, when Marcus and I are tag teaming, it's so much fun, and it's a challenge, because sometimes I feel like, okay, we're going this way. I feel like taking our set this way, and there's 2 tracks in that direction, and the Marcus all of a sudden gets like, oh, we go this way. And it's still a live thing that we do. Nothing's pre-programmed. I have no idea what we're playing. Sometimes it really works out. Everything gels perfectly. The other time it doesn't. But that's a challenge of performing live in a way. Yeah.
Now, do you get any downtime? Do you get to relax at all ever?
I actually just had like a month and a half of like January. No shows. I wanted to work on the Gorilla live show. That took a lot of time, but basically I wanted to be in a studio as well. And then you say like, your studio. There's no downtime. Studio for me is downtime. I get to be in my own little world. I get to go home whenever I want, see my kids. So it's great. So I had quite a bit in the last month and a half.
And if we were driving in a car and we were listening to some music, what would your fans be surprised to hear you listening to these days?
I think people could be very surprised that I'm a huge liquid drum and bass fan. Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's of course there's also the bad tracks, right? But I guess as a whole, that genre is very forward thinking, you know. And for me, with my trancey stuff, I get a lot of inspiration out of that as well. So because of the atmosphere, the sound layers, the way they work certain things, it's really cool. Yeah.
Well, we thank you for spending a few minutes with us today. We wish you great success in 2016 and beyond.
Absolutely. Thanks so much,
Ferry.
man.